Every design starts with the client's needs. You must be respectful of the fact that you're not designing for yourself, you're designing for the client. This is particularly true in civic buildings because there are multiple people that you are responsible to. You're responsible to the direct client who signed your contract and brought you on board, but you're also responsible to the generations of users who will come into the building over the course of its life.
OC San's core values, integrity, honesty, transparency, respect, are really part of the whole project design. We chose the mass timber structure because of its integrity and that it didn't need to be covered up. It was its final finish. And that was something that OC San really liked about the mass timber structure.
We used mass timber for several reasons. It was well fitted for the net zero goals that we had, for the LEED goals that we had. It was well fitted when it comes to the nature of our soil. The aquifer is very high. We have a very unstable soil. This is the moment where making sure our building was as light as possible was crucial. We have to be light, and mass timber was giving us that. It was not just it's sustainable, it's beautiful, it matched your core values, it was also technical.
Mass timber, concrete floors are great elements for thermal mass. So we're really making the materials work for us to really help the passive design of the building.
It not only gives us a beautiful and biophilic finish that we can express, but it doesn't require cutting down old growth forest. You can use beetle kill pine trees to create mass timber because it's the lamination and the consolidation in glulam beams or cross-laminated timber that allow you to do this. And what you're doing is you're taking a material that literally sequesters carbon and you're using it to be part of this.
The design team worked really closely with a lot of our construction partners and our manufacturing partners to kind of customize the structural glulam beams to size the beams appropriately so that they were still structurally sufficient, but be able to route out the bottom portion of the beams to nicely tuck linear LED fixture into the bottom. And that took a lot of coordination, and they did a lot of that prefabrication work off-site. And then when they were ready to bring the beams onto the site, they kind of built the whole thing, and then they were able to slide in the lights later.
One of the challenges when you have a mass timber building, you are leaving a lot of exposed, raw, non-acoustic surfaces, and that's the beauty that we want to express of the building. The challenge is the acoustics. So one of the materials that we used throughout was wool felt panels, very sustainable in its own inherent nature. And then the other biophilic aspect was really just capturing a lot of the daylight, really leveraging big windows, those views to the exterior, and all of the wood being left exposed. So that was a big initiative, was to leave as much exposed as we can, which we needed the acoustic support to do that.
The one myth that this project debunked was that mass timber is costly. During the design phase of the project, we carried two different models, one made out of steel completely and one with the hybrid solution. While the hybrid solution came with a slight premium, the delta was only about 1% of the overall construction cost.
From a holistic standpoint, it really goes back to the team and the whole team coming together. No one worked in isolation. Everything from the mass timber and the detailing from a structural standpoint, we had to integrate with our mechanical, electrical, fire protection engineers. So everybody was really committed to this project from the very beginning. One thing that we did was bring everybody together for coordination pin-ups for each deliverable. And everybody would come to LA and we would pin up all the drawings across our large conference room and have 2 days of pure coordination and trying to resolve how are we going to get the conduits through the beams and how are the lights going to sit within the beam. So it took a lot of cross-discipline coordination to pull this project off.
This is, I think, a building we can all learn from. Our clients will learn and will be finding new ways to enhance their business, which was the essential point of this project, was to bring their workers together for greater efficiencies and greater synergies and innovation. Our team will learn because we have extraordinarily grown in terms of really aspirational, sustainable design. We are sharing this building with the community, and I hope the community will learn both how well OC Sanitation serves them and how well this building represents the future of what we can be doing. It is the integration of all aspects of high-performance design, not just sustainability, but beauty, economy, functionality. All of these pieces together, our entire team is really proud of this building.